Imagine this. You're deep inside a cold, damp cave. It's your only refuge from the brutal winds of the Ice Age. Your small clan huddles around a dying fire. The walls drip with condensation. Every sound echoes. You try to sleep, but something stirs. Snarls. Heavy paws scraping stone. Eyes in the dark. They're not wolves. They're not bears. They're cave hyenas. And they're here for the same reason you are. Shelter. And survival. These beasts were larger, more muscular, and more aggressive than any hyena alive today. Their jaws could crush bones. Their senses were finely tuned. And worst of all, they were smart. To them, you weren't a curiosity. You were competition. Or worse, you were food. So how did ancient humans deal with this terrifying threat? Let's go back 30,000 years. Europe is cold, wild, and dangerous. The continent is home to woolly mammoths, saber-toothed cats, cave lions, and of course, cave hyenas. These animals were not rare. In fact, they were everywhere. Especially in the one place humans needed most, caves. Caves meant warmth, protection, dry ground. A place to rest, to raise children, to survive the long winter. But hyenas got there first, and they didn't like uninvited guests. Archaeological sites across Europe have revealed something disturbing. Layers of human remains. Right beside gnawed hyena bones. Human skulls with bite marks. Bones cracked open to suck the marrow, something humans did? Yes. But something hyenas were masters of. And in many cases, it's not clear who hunted who. This wasn't just a predator-prey relationship. It was a turf war. Ancient humans weren't passive victims. They adapted. Quickly, they learned the sound of hyena footsteps, the smell of their dens. They stopped entering deep caves blindly. They began to carry fire wherever they went, not just for warmth, but as a weapon. Cave soot tells the story. Fires were deliberately built inside caves, not at the mouth, where smoke would escape, but deep inside, where the flames could defend the group while they slept. The flicker of fire on cave walls wasn't just beautiful, it was survival. But fire wasn't enough. They started hunting in larger groups, using spears made of stone and hardened wood, coordinating ambushes, even possibly setting traps around cave entrances to catch or warn off intruders. Some scientists believe humans began choosing less ideal caves, ones harder to reach or less sheltered, simply because they were easier to defend. And they learned to read the signs. Fresh hyena tracks meant move on. Bones strewn in a particular pattern meant a den nearby. They began to avoid those caves or prepare for battle. And yes, sometimes they won. Hyena skulls with spear wounds. Bones found next to stone tools. It's clear, humans didn't just flee. They fought back. And when they won, they claimed the cave. But those victories were never permanent. Because hyenas were persistent, opportunistic, and nocturnal. The moment your fire burned low, the moment your watch fell asleep, they returned. And they weren't alone. Cave hyenas lived in packs, sometimes dozens strong. And unlike wolves, they didn't just wait for the weak to fall. They attacked healthy prey. They tested boundaries. They surrounded. Imagine waking in the middle of the night to the sound of growling from inside the cave. Not one, but 5, 10, eyes glowing in the firelight. That wasn't a nightmare. That was reality. To survive, humans had to go beyond weapons. They had to think like hyenas. Be as persistent, as ruthless. This led to one of the most important developments in our history: collaboration. Tribes began working together, trading information, even forming seasonal alliances to migrate through hyena-heavy territories. Because when you're facing a pack of deadly predators, being alone means being dead. These challenges shaped our species. They taught us to organize, to strategize, to remember. Some cave art may even reflect these lessons. Not just animals for beauty or ritual, but maps, warnings. A drawing of a hyena wasn't just decoration. It might have meant, don't stay here. By overcoming the hyena threat, we didn't just win a few caves. We learned how to fight for space, for safety, for future generations. And over time, we turned the tables. Eventually, cave hyenas disappeared from Europe. Some say it was the changing climate, but many believe it was us. We outcompeted them, outlasted them, outsmarted them. We became the dominant species, not through brute force, but by surviving predators that once saw us as prey. And now, their bones lie beneath our feet, in the same caves we still explore today. Silent proof of the war we won before we ever built a city or wrote a word. So, could you have survived it? A cold night in a dark cave, surrounded by hungry hyenas, no walls, no flashlight, no phone, just fire, instinct, and a sharpened stick. If stories like this fascinate you, if you love digging into history's most dangerous moments, where every breath was earned, subscribe to Can You Survive? New videos every week.